content creator, or maybe even just a supporter of women gamers, we have a place for you if you're looking for a home.
We here at NBA 2K want to empower women, and we love hearing stuff like this. So definitely check out that group if you are looking to get into NBA.
If it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David? Well, great attitude. His work inside, a big part of the DA. Thanks. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Markkanen and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter in at the 3. And for Cleveland, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Garland in at the point guard.
And I'll tell you, switching ends, Drummond is a low, strong finisher in transition.
And the defensive impact that Andre Drummond can have on the floor is a major factor.
Well, you know that Drummond is going to do the work of 3 players on the glass, but he's also been a solid rim protector who makes up for his height with great timing and reach.
And it's Love with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
A combination of unforced errors and just poor decision-making. They need to be much better in that aspect of the game this time around.
Nailed from three-point land.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Markkanen. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
Right there, Carter using his instincts and motor to track down the miss and convert into second chance points.
Sexton with it. Guarded by Levine. Love outside. Drummond trying to get himself free. They get the rebound. Here's the 3. The shot, no good. Bulls have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. On the wing, Porter. From outside, off the mark. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Sexton, and Sexton slams it in.
And the vertical of Sexton is amazing. At 6'2", he's just capable of hammering it home.
Markkanen can't get it to go.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. And now we go to our rookie leaderboard to get a check on the players at the top of the freshman class in assists over the last 10 games. And you look at White, top 5 in the NBA, and his teammates love him.
Impressive dime count there, and you like to see that from a rookie. No better way to make a first impression than by spreading the wealth.
Now here's White. His last outing with 20 points. 2 points, that one goes. Steve, we know it's a long season for the players, but talk about the coaches.
Kevin, you've seen it. Those coaches that are on a hot seat, they have those bags under their eyes, no sleep. Those coaches that have a long contract and they're winning, they're pretty good. And I think the coaches that sleep well is the coaches that have teams that they know that kind of run themselves. You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. And it's Carter missing.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
He gets it in there. Osman's got 5 points so far.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Now here's Porter. He's guarded closely. Levine finds Markkanen. Carter down low. Working on Drummond. And a wide open look for Porter. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's Garland. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Garland's got his second basket.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Love, no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Moving it up. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
He's 6'5", but he has elite athleticism. Levine with the size to compete on the interior.
And Smitty, with all that he's been through, you can't question Zach LaVine's love of the game.
You're so right. It's crazy to think Levine wasn't even a starter in college, but he's worked so hard to improve. The way he has fought back from injuries and continually dedicated himself to the game, something to admire.
And oh, here we go. Young's got it, the fast break chance. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his first foul. Pass to Windler. Fires, high post. The shot, no good.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let. And so the first quarter is in the books. Cavaliers ahead, leading by 5. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
So for Chicago right now, they've got Young. Chris Dunn is out there with Satoransky. And it's Hutchinson in at the 3 spot. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me in the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Bulls in Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, tough environment. They were right there, but just missed some key shots.
And you know, so often, that's what it comes down to. Who can convert when it matters most?
Sinks the three-pointer. Porter's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Looking at the Bulls roster, there is a lot to like. They have a great collection of talent, and their core players are all very young and improving.
Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Satoransky. Now, here's Garland. Dunn covering. And here is Garland. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And Steve, for the Bulls fans, their hopes lie in their young core.
Totally agree. The Bulls should focus on developing that core. Have a good blend with Levine, Markkanen, and Carter. They just need to keep their eye on the prize.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Denzel Valentine comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Satoransky. Harrison passes to Cornette. Stolen by Thompson. Nance dishes to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
And he just goes from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Here's Young. Tries again. And Cornette gets it to go. Cornette's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Windler. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Porter. And the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
Coming off a scoreless first quarter, he's found a little rhythm here.
And again, Chicago turns it over. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. Number 1, the Bulls.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Magic in Orlando. The 10-footer. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down now to just 6, and the basket from Valentine. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Garland kicks to Porter. Out to the right wing. Here's Windler. A second chance effort. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Cornette.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Back to Porter from deep. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Bulls trail by 4. Now the pass to Harrison. He kicks to Valentine. Over Porter. And the Bulls get it back. That shot is off. For Cleveland, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man Colin Sexton already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be a roadmap for the Cavs.
Sexton, that's tipped.
Marketing with the nice block shot. His size has been a factor in this game.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of the game. Passes it to Porter. Bulls moving the ball around. Out to White from downtown.
And the passion Sexton plays with is so impressive. When he gets after it on defense, this kid is fun to watch.
And the shot goes in.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. Their field goal percentage was a rope. And that'll about.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Cleveland, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Markkanen can't get it to go. Cleveland leading by 8. Drummond passes to Sexton. Here's Osman. Jacks up a 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Carter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside, White. Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of three-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting 3.
I would, Kevin. getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more three-point field goal attempts takes your numbers up. But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats. Everybody can't shoot the three. Work on your game and what's best for you.
Sexton up top. White covering. Is Garland. Kept alive. And Drummond kicks to Garland. And another shot. Pass to Osman. Wallace with it. Guarded by Porter. Pass to Drummond. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Osman. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off.
Very cold start to the second half. 1 for 5, looking for some continuity.
Porter finds Levine. Launches a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Levine's got 5 now.
Nice form, the elbow right in line. Zach LaVine has a fantastic looking shot.
And there's the pass to Drummond. Love outside. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Love's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. It's off his foot, and it's whistled a kick. So both teams changing it up here. For 3, Levine. Love grabs the board. Love's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
The shot by Sexton, no good. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Bulls. It's a 5-point game. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Levine passes to Carter. Back to Levine. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Drummond.
But we're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. And Porter subbed in for Jetty Osman.
And how about the job Nance has done to try to make himself into a more consistent offensive threat?
Took him no time at all on that one. Hutchinson's got his second bucket of the game to go. And Nance kicks to Sexton. Nance, right side. Back to Sexton. Rejected by Young. Now here's Valentine. Guarded closely. Hutchison passes to Young. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Now just a 1-point Cleveland lead. Young against Thompson. Over Young. Here's Nance. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Nance has got his second bucket of the night. Down low. It's deflected. To the wing right side. Sexton kicks to Nance. Here's Windler. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The shot by Sexton, no good.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
The shot by Satoransky, no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Right side, Porter. Kicks it to Sexton. Just 5 to shoot. Thompson dishes to Sexton. From deep 3-point range. But they get it back. It's off. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So the Bulls 5 right now. We've got Carter. White is out there with Dunn. Then it's Porter. And it's Hutchinson in at the 4 slot. Here's Thompson. And Thompson slams it home.
And there's the patience you want to see from Sexton. Eyes up and finds the open man.
Dunn kicks to Porter. Back to Dunn. Carter on the wing. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. They grab their own miss. Here's Porter. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Sexton with it. White's there. And there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Nance.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Here's Dunn. Pass to Hutchison. Porter dishes to Carter. A putback. Tries yet again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
With Wendell Carter Jr., you love the do-it-all ability, the understanding of the game. And even as a rookie, you could see the consistency game to game from Wendell Carter. Very dependable on the glass and on the scoreboard for a player so young.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Andre Drummond's checked in for Thompson. Love comes in for Nance. And it's Jetty Osman in for Porter. Love in the post. He's guarded by Markkanen. And that one's good. Drummond. And the Cavaliers lead by 5.
A man among boys on the offensive glass. Andre Drummond picks up a lot of extra points this way.
And with Carter, he's only going to get better over the years.
The upside is easy to see. He always finds ways to contribute to this team. Not sure if he'll be a star, but he'll be a rock on the offense and defensive end for a long time.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
He has led this team in rebounding and also taken on the role of enforcer.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to Levine. All sorts of time, and the jumper falls for him.
This is the capability Zach LaVine has. Can score on all 3 levels.
Over to the wing. Love against Markkanen. With the shot. Second chance shot. Pass to Drummond. Garland with it. Back to Drummond. Good on the 13-footer. Drummond's got 4 this quarter.
I like getting Drummond something in rhythm where all he has to do is go up with it.
And Levine with the slam.
An explosive high-level athlete. You see why Zach has won multiple dunk contests.
Now, here's Garland. Light covering. Pass to Osman. Fires the 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Here's Osman. It's all in by the Bulls.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
Levine can't hit. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
And that one, good. And that's now 11 points for Darius Garland.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Outside, White. Outside, Markkanen. Carter, left side. Shoots from 14. Andre Drummond grabs the miss.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Stolen by Markkanen. And here's the break. LaVine wide open. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
This is what Zach LaVine is built to do. He can get you points in bunches, and sometimes he can go all night.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Sexton. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Trying to shoot himself out of his slump, and it's not going well.
Here's Markkanen. Offline from the high post. And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That is his first foul of the game. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bell, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
We've discussed it. That's Bell's next step, getting better at facing up and hitting these jumpers.
We see the Cavaliers. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap up.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. improvements: shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
To get into NBA 2K and want to play with some very positive people in the community.
Yes, we'll be there with open arms. You can come home to us.
Awesome.
Thanks so much for being a part of the 2K community as well.
No problem. Thank you guys for, acknowledging me and having me and interviewing me and, showing the world that, girls play video games as well.
No problem. And I'm looking forward to seeing your highlights on 2K TV, Pink.
I want some of those crossovers right here.
I'll send something in.
Our camera circling high above America. Let's now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Drummond.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Assman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Miami, they've got Adebayo. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Robinson, and it's Nunn in at point guard. Inching our way toward the end of the season here in the NBA, Doris, and just how much fatigue after all these games and all these months and practices and travel, how much fatigue are these players feeling, you think, right now?
Well, I think NBA players like to tell us, come March, come April, everybody has bumps and bruises. No one is 100%. What you're hoping to do as an NBA organization is manage the rest that you can possibly give to your guys down the stretch of the season, because the healthier you are going into the postseason, the better off you're going to be.
They get it back. Sinks the triple.
Well, he's already a good shooter from distance now, and Colin Sexton, a ton of confidence when he starts to stroke that thing.
Butler on the wing. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Bulls in Chicago. Garland with it. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Pass to Osman. Clock at 6. That three off the mark. Jones in the post. Defended by Sexton. And the basket by Jones. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Sexton deciding where to go with it. To the left side wing. Releases from the wing and drills it. Sexton's got 5 now.
Well, this is what you call finding angles to come off in the catch-and-shoot situation. Nice job by Colin Sexton.
Outside Butler. Shot clock at 6. Here's none. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Porter's checked in for Cleveland. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Love outside. To the inside. 6 on the shot clock. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. It's Butler that time on the assist from Crowder. Butler's got his second basket of the night.
Wow, very close to a potential and one. Butler converting through contact.
Adebayo against Drummond. Over Adebayo. Offensive rebound. Garland the pass to Porter. Garland at the elbow. Here's Butler. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
There is a certain skill and intensity every single night that Jimmy Butler brings to the table.
The free throw drops for Butler.
Well, they say players are made in the summertime, and that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season, gets out in the country, and puts in that work.
And the Heat making a change here. Olynyk checked in. And Thompson kicks to Garland. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. No good on the 3. And Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
I mean, they sure are. He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, 2-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the hustle and bustle of the big city. It gives him an excuse to really just lock in.
Here's Thompson, following the score by Miami. Pass to Windler, lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Heat. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. And Dragic has it in the corner. Windler with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Here's Porter. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
And the Heat making a change here. The Cavaliers shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Obviously, times have been quite tough lately, but you have to think back to Cleveland's first and only title in 2016. LeBron's second season back in the city, and boy, did he deliver on his promise.
Passes to Thompson. Back to Porter. Lets it go. Rebound by Olynyk.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
The wide open look here. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Heat lead by 4. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Jimmy Butler, a hard worker out.
I worked extremely hard.
A Boombox Aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they, Greg? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
So on the floor for Cleveland, Nance and Thompson are up front. Then there's Garland. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the 2. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. Now, Garland. 5 points in the game. In the corner, Nance with it. Over Leonard. AT that time from Leonard.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And it's good for 2.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
So how about the Cavaliers head coach John Beilein making his NBA debut after 27 seasons as a college basketball coach? Think back to his time at Michigan, the first back-to-back 30-win seasons in school history. This is an excellent hire for Cleveland.
And Dragic has it in the corner. Olynyk against Thompson. 6 to shoot. Thompson comes with the double team. Leonard the pass to Dragic. And the Heat, another 3. And Doris, isn't it interesting? Coach John Beilein has never, at any level, been an assistant coach.
No, but he has made his way through the ranks, going from high school to junior college, Division III, Division II, and then right up through the ranks of Division I. So he now makes the final leap to the NBA. How cool is that, Kev?
He makes that one drop only a second in 5 tries.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Out to the right wing. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded by Dragic. The shot will not fall. And it's Miami the other way. And there's a minute 45 left now here in the second. It's Olynyk atop the key. Looking for Dragic, and he gets it there. That one falls. Dragic has got the lead up to 12 now for the Heat.
Oh, great ball movement there.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011. Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there.
Yeah, Thompson not really the guy who's going to punish you consistently for sending him to the free throw line.
Over to the left wing. And stolen by Love. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. And Sexton slams it in.
Anytime you get points in transition, you are thrilled. You can see the speed of Sexton on display.
In the corner, Crowder with it for 3. Thompson with the rebound. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. Trailing here by 8. And Drummond kicks to Thompson. Cleveland moving the ball around. Back to Drummond. The pass to Osman. Just 5 on the clock. Thompson for the triple. Miami grabs the miss. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home.
Now, you know this. Crowder is not afraid to get physical. This guy will draw contact and get to the foul line.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Dellavedova's checked in, and both free throws good from Crowder. So it's the Cavaliers now. It's a 10-point game. And here is Dellavedova. 8 points his last outing. Love looking around. There's the triple. That one's not going to go. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's the Heat. They're up by 10. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. They took over in the second quarter, building their lead up to 10 points by the half. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Well, perhaps the most impressive thing has been his incredible consistency. This guy is a great player who always brings a ton of energy. What a great half.
Jones is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's none in at the point. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. Of course, you and I were just talking about this as more and more players are going public with their trade requests. Do you think that's had a negative impact on the game?
Well, Kevin, I certainly think it makes long-term planning for NBA franchises a lot more difficult because contractually we are not seeing them hold true to the particular organization they may have signed that contract with. The reality is this in today's NBA. You've got to be nimble as an organization, and you have got to be attractive to them. And I mean that with great ownership, great leadership, and who are the players currently in your system. You have got to be incredibly nimble to be successful in today's NBA.
I think you're right on.
You know, he's been giving them points, but they still can't seem to get over the hump tonight.
To the middle, here's Jones, and it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
Count that bucket. And the Heat lead by 13. The Cavaliers shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Butler goes in. That one misses. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Garland, the pass to Drummond. Good on the bucket. Drummond's got his first points of the game.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Pass to Garland. He kicks to Sexton. Three-pointer. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Nunn passes to Robinson. Cavaliers with the rebound. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. And they're in the thick of this long road run. That's the 3rd of 7 straight on the road.
Gets the ball up the court immediately. And that pass to find the man cutting to the bucket couldn't have been timed any better.
And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for the Heat. And then for Cleveland, Larry Nance is checked in for Love. And Porter subbed in for Garland. And Sexton has it in the corner. Clock at 6. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Boy, the suffocating defense of Andre Iguodala is so important to his team. Really good job timing the shot there.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. Porter passes to Drummond. Kicks it to Sexton. Cleveland moving the ball around. Here's Osman. He's covered by Iguodala. They get it back. Back to Sexton. Pass to Osman. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And here's what Cleveland's schedule is looking like. On Friday, they're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets. And then on Saturday, they'll continue the road trip, heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
And guys, one thing about road trips like this one, they'll be seeing this as a chance for the team to come together. It might be a bit of a silver lining for a trip that doesn't always provide a lot of success.
Inside, Leonard the pass to Hero. To end the drought. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Nance has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Porter. Rebound by Iguodala. The Heat leading by 9.
One of the things you have to admire about Andre Iguodala is his ability to fit in any part of the lineup. Whether he's starting, whether he's coming off the bench, the ability to fill in from any position 1 through 4. Absolutely incredible.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. It's Porter outside. No good on that one. Now the Heat take it the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points. And good that time.
Obviously a mix-up defensively on that possession.
The Cavaliers trail by 13. Nance outside. Shoots the 3. And another miss by Cleveland.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Well, tremendous effort, tremendous timing, the ability to alter shots on the perimeter. That was beautiful.
Back to Iguodala. To the middle. Leonard kicks to Iguodala. Dragic dishes to Iguodala. Misses off the right iron.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Sexton's shot is good.
And guys, for Colin Sexton, it's really about taking smart shots, because when he does, you can see he's got the ability to catch fire.
And so it's Miami holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a... How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Now, Greg, he's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the 4th quarter. The duo inside, Love and Thompson. Then it's Porter. Then there's Sexton. And it's Windler in at the shooting guard. Here's Hero. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Doris, you and I enjoy discussing pure scores, great shooters, but guys that can score a myriad of ways. Give us a couple of names that we don't always hear about that really impress you.
Well, one young man who I think has got an offensive game that is really continuing to grow and is quite beautiful already is Zach LaVine. But probably the best example, Kev, would have to be the multi-time winner of the Six-Man Award, and that's Sweet Lou Williams. This guy can score against any defense. He's great in pick and roll. He has become a better playmaker, but Lou Williams is a problem to guard.
As people will say, he is a professional scorer.
That's perfect, yes.
Well, Heat leading by 13. And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. Now here's Olynyk, takes the 3. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Garland has it in the corner. Second shot opportunity, and it's Drummond missing.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And Robinson wide open. He shoots on the 3 off target. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Trailing by 13. Osman. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Osman's got his first points in this one.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Well, you have to appreciate the defensive battle for sure. Both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind.
Now, here's Garland. D right on him. Drummond passes to Sexton. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Dragic, and it's sent back by Drummond. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. 11-point game. Sexton the pass to Drummond. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Here's Jones. And he jams it right over Kevin Love. Wow.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Inside 2 minutes.
Garland with it. Pulls up on the wing. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First free throw is good. And you look at Jimmy Butler. Goes about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
Now, here's Sexton. Guarded by Robinson. Drops in the layup for 2. 16 points for Colin Sexton.
Colin Sexton, early in his career, has demonstrated great instincts in the pick and roll. Good decision-making.
Outside, Jones. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And the Heat lead by 15.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Heat.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And so they'll be advancing their win total to 42 games. Here's Osman. Good work defensively by Jones.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Here's Nunn. Just 5 to shoot. The Heat rebound, and Butler with the second chance points.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. The shot by Sexton, no good. Right block shot. Yep, that one goes in there.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They want David. Thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg.
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
All right. So
The brilliant blue water of Miami Beach. Listen, and well, the G League continues to be a great asset for the NBA. Great stuff, David. Thank you. Let's now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Butler.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at center. And for Miami, they've got Robinson. Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the point.
And when you watch the Bulls play, Chris, they just seem to lack an organizational direction.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the team's committed to Boylen to shape their youth. They don't seem to be interested in playing up-tempo or following any NBA trend. The distrust between players in the front office is not helping their recruiting of free agents. A lot going wrong there.
Here's Robinson. The Bulls getting the bucket, and he gets it to go. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. White the pass to Levine, feeds to Carter. It's stolen by Jones. Here's Butler, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Carter, the pass to White. It's deflected. They recover it. The Heat have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Jones. And it comes off the front of the rim. Looking at Miami, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Hornets. Here's Levine. Buries the 20-footer. Levine's got 5 points so far.
And it's important that Markkanen develops his floor awareness. I mean, passes like that go a long way.
Adebayo finds Robinson. On the wing, Jones. He's guarded by Markkanen. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
Robinson against Levine. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Adebayo down low. Carter on him. 5 on the clock. And the basket by Jones. Chris, a lot of teams have players that set exceptional screens. And that doesn't really show up in the statistics on the pages we get, does it?
No, it doesn't. But I tell you what, there was a survey done asking some of the players who sets the best screens, and it was unanimous. It was Mr. Adams out there in OKC. Not only does he set screens, but when he sets screens, he cuts to the basket so hard that usually he'll get the offensive rebound. That's why he was second in offensive rebounding in this league. And when you talk about rebounding and setting screens, you got to look at Drummond, Al Horford. I mean, some really good guys that'll get you space.
Boy, those are good numbers and good names you rattle off there. Now here's Crowder. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
And Miami making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Chicago. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Zach LaVine. Miami trailing. And there's a minute 45 left here in the first quarter. Iguodala kicks to Adebayo. The dish now to Crowder. Goes back up. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
The Heat shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. For Chicago, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Bulls moving the ball around. And again, no good by Chicago.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, you see him close that gap. What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, he had to bring much faster help than that.
A different look for Miami. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Bam Adebayo, and it's Leonard in for Hero. Here's Dunn, and the Bulls with another miss.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many at all.
Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference. So for the Bulls, Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Chandler Hutchison, and it's Harrison in for Chris Dunn. It's Young on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. And that one's good, Harrison.
Well, he's not going to get an easier look than that. You don't need to double team him, but you can't leave him all alone.
Dragic kicks to Leonard. Iguodala outside. Dragic the pass to Leonard. The Heat need to get a shot off. Iguodala, no good. Here's Harrison. He averages about 5 points a game. Olynyk with it. Pass to Crowder. Here's Leonard. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. It's all tied in Miami. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Tough nose Jimmy Butler talks about them.
You call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call me.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. If you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
Olynyk is out there with Myers Leonard. Then there's Iguodala. Then there's Dragic. And it's Silva in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Iguodala outside. Young with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Up the floor. Finished off the break. Satoransky's got his first bucket of the night.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Young with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Here's Harrison, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Bulls have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And the Bulls making a change here. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Lowry Marketing comes in for Thaddeus Young. Zach LaVine's checked in for Valentine. And it's White in for Satoransky.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
The Heat trail by 5. Here's Nunn. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Charlotte. Butler from outside. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Carter's got his 4th rebound in this one. And one of the hardest working players you'll find. Jimmy Butler. At the same time, you know what, Chris? He's not afraid to challenge his teammates.
Yeah, within his team, he's a culture setter, Kevin. I mean, I think he's learning that balance of being vocal, but also knowing just how far he can push his teammates.
And here are the Heat now after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Kicks to Olynyk. The pass to Robinson. Here's Nunn, guarded by LaVine. But they'll get another chance. Butler dishes to Robinson. Here's Olynyk. Miami no good on that time either.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face. Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, and Greg, they've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and then that helps account for their lead.
And here are the Heat now. The Bulls getting the bucket. Nunn passes to Robinson. To the paint. Here's Olynyk. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by the Bulls.
Count it, good. Levine's got the lead up to 9 now for the Bulls.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside Robinson. The feed now to Butler. It's stolen by Carter. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. And it's White missing. Miami's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Silva. Banked in off the glass.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's White, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Jimmy Butler.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Markkanen. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Shaquille Harrison. And it's done in for Zach LaVine. White, good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Right wing. Left side, Jones. Got a piece of it.
Pick up the pace, get the 2-for-1 here.
If that's how they want to end this quarter, they're going to have to score quickly.
Porter kicks to Dunn. To the inside. Cornett passes to Hutchison. It's good. And now a 10-point Bulls lead.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
Miami shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
Pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
1 second left. And so it's Chicago in control.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Zach LaVine led the way in the first half. He had 13 points and 2 assists. That's all for now.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
And tipping off the second half, here's Jim Boylan's 5. Markkanen and Carter are up front. LaVine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. And it's White in at the 1. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Free throw good, LaVine. Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blazed the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens, in the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court, and anyone, regardless of color, nationality, or just paving the way for me as a basketball player. I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach did. Drafting the first African-American player, making the first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. And if you look at organizations like the Black Fives and bringing awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally, and that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give him a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally. Sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how cool teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all of the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part. None can't get it to fall.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
The Heat trail by 13. Down low, Jones lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Carter dishes to White. Back to Carter. It's stolen by Adebayo. Passes it to Butler. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Butler's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Heat. Here's Levine. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Jones. And it's Jones with the ball for the Miami Heat. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that's the third of 4 straight played at home. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Right side, White. He feeds it to Markkanen. Carter right side. Over Adebayo. Here's Markkanen. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Smooth mechanics and a soft touch. Markkanen is dangerous inside. Yeah, and with Lauri Markkanen, you know you're going to get shooting from his spot. Great release and has been efficient from range since his rookie year.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Young's checked in for Carter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Porter. Satoransky's checked in for Levine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. And Chris, with Markkanen, the shooting frees up the rest of his offensive game.
Yeah, and he's better than you think at going to the rim. He doesn't blow by anyone, but has the length and the hops on his drives to get a solid look while on the move.
And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. The Bulls leading by 11. Iguodala with the steal. And they're pushing it up. Here's Dragic, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
And so he hits both.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
Hutchison's shot is off. He'd have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Crowder goes in. Iguodala outside. Shot clock at 6. No good on the triple. Well, you look at the career of Dragic, Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Chris Dunn picks one up.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Heat have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for the Bulls. And he makes both free throws.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Dunn passes to Cornett, and he goes in for the dunk.
What unselfishness from the young guard, Dunn. He's making more of an effort to distribute the ball.
Pass to Hero. Iguodala outside. Drills it from outside.
Well, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range, and there's no hand in his face.
And the foul called on Myers Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Dunn kicks to Valentine. And the basket is good. Valentine's got his first 2 points.
Wow. One area that Dunn must sharpen fast. I mean, he really has to really concentrate on moving the ball.
Outside Leonard. Back to Dragic. Gets it off. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's Chicago. They're up by 10. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. The Heat trail by 10. Myers Leonard is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Dragic. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. And it's Hero in at the 2-go. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Here's Hero. Crowder from outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Crowder's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Inside. Here's Young. Basket counts.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Heat shooting reasonably well, 45%. Here's Dragic. The rebound by Young.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
Greg, that's about as a high percentage a look as you're going to get. Running the floor beautiful.
Here's Hero. The shot, no good. And the Bulls going the other way now. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Dunn misses. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. 11-point game. The kick out to Crowder to the inside. And stolen by Valentine. Here we go, one-on-one. And there's Dunn on the assist by Valentine.
Great instincts on the break. Dunn seems to have a knack for running the right route.
For Miami, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's foul number 2 for him. So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Butler deciding where to go with it. Chris, the common thought is you don't want to be a middle-of-the-road team. You think clubs are too quick now to pull the trigger on a rebuild as opposed to giving some time to what they've got and be more patient?
Are you kidding me, Kevin? Don't make me go. This is why I need a psychologist because, hey, when I was in Washington, we had myself, Rasheed Wallace, and Juwan Howard, and Rod Strickland. Like, just wait a minute. Give us 1 year to try. And by the way, the Bulls won 72. We couldn't have won a championship that year anyway. And so, yeah, I think a lot of teams are short-sighted and it's based upon their expectations, and their expectations may not be based on reality.
None, that's good.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
To the middle. Carter, the pass to White. Levine inside the three-point line. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now tonight, and Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Jones checked in for Miami. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Nunn. And a miss there on the triple. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
It's stolen by Jones. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. No good on the free throw. Floor spacing, Chris, now so big in the NBA. And big men have the room to put up some unbelievable numbers.
Oh, man, look at Lopez out there in Bucks land. I mean, look what he's doing in Milwaukee, just shooting threes from deep. The same, you got to go to Embiid for Porzingis. And we already seen what the great Dirk Nowitzki has done through his career spacing the floor. Look, it adds time onto your career because you don't have to just go down there and bang and be one-dimensional in the paint. It makes your teammates better because now you're spacing the floor, which gives them room to drive. And if you're really working on your game, you can really make your teammates better because now you have more passing lanes because you're further away from the basket. So as any post player knows, it's a blessing to be surrounded by great shooters. And now big men, they got a little more room out there.
Marking it into the lane. And it's Carter missing.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. Got to get the whole team pumped up.
Here's Butler and slam dunk by Butler.
Getting out on the break. Butler completes the transition play.
White finds Porter. Levine with it, defended by Butler. Levine passes to White. Now Markkanen. Now here is Carter, defended by Jones. For three, Levine. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And Butler, here we go. Deep two from Robinson. And another basket for Miami.
And this is the level of unselfishness that Butler brings. A total pro who moves the ball well.
Yes, that goes in.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Chicago.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Zach LaVine.
Oh, man, anticipation, instincts, energy, all his tools were on display tonight as he lit the place up.
And here's Dragic after Denzel Valentine hitting the three. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Dragic. Good ball movement here by Miami. Leonard, no luck. Here's Gafford. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And he makes the first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Miami with the ball. Stolen by Carter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Oh, and the potential Carter Jr. has is enticing. A multi-talented big who plays with the real competitive fire.
And he's good on the second. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
The Chicago River winding its... And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the center position. And for Chicago, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen and Carter are up front. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot. Garland, no good. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Chicago Bulls.
And for the Cavs, their #1 goal is to identify a young superstar to build around.
Yeah, they've had a nice collection here of guys that they hope step up and step out. Cleveland's only 2 Rookie of the Year award winners have been LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Franchise changers hard to find.
Now here's Drummond. Darius Garland missing his last shot. Just 4 to shoot. And that one's good. Osman.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Markkanen. Plays it up and banks it in.
Look, you got to keep Markkanen out of the paint. He's just too big on that block and imposes his will.
Pass to Drummond. Over Carter. And that one hits back iron.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad. Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That's his first foul. Drummond in the post. Carter on him. And it's Drummond missing. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Porter trying to get open as Carter. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Pass to Osman. Garland with it. Guarded by Porter. Cleveland moving the ball around. Love finds Drummond. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Zach LaVine.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft. Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
So for the Bulls, Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Satoransky comes in for Porter. And it's done in for White. Now you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
And stolen by Dunn. Inside. LaVine can't hit. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running. Yeah. You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit, to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up has also opened the eyes to the fans about just how great the athleticism of NBA players is.
The offensive rebound.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Cornett can't get it to go. The Cavaliers trailing. Here's Sexton. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Toughness there shown by Colin Sexton. No stranger to having to out-muscle the defense from time to time.
And Young slams it home. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
This one for three. It's hauled in by Cornett. Bulls have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Floats it up for Young. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Pass to Sexton. Now Thompson. To the middle. Here's Nance. Rejected by Young. And he gets it back. From deep. He doesn't hit that one. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
For Chicago, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
There's 18 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And Nance kicks to Sexton. And another miss by Cleveland. Valentine wide open. He fires. They get it again. Tries again. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
The defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Valentine out there with Young. Then it's Chris Dunn. And it's Harrison in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Fires for 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
To the inside. Young outside. Dunn wide open. He fires up again. Great positioning on the putback. Cornett's got the lead up to 11 now for Chicago.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The pass to Garland. And stolen by Valentine. He's got a clear path. Here's Harrison. Finishes the break with a slam.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
But they get it back. Nance passes to Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Thompson. Nance trying to break loose. And that time, also a missed shot. The Bulls leading by 13. Floats it up for Young. Porter with the steal. And now the fast break. Garland with the ball. Here's Thompson. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
Cornett can't get it to go. The Cavaliers trail by 13. Down low. And stolen by Valentine. In transition, here come the Bulls. Young's running. Porter with a block. And stolen by Dunn. And here we go. The Bulls fast break from deep three-point range. The Bulls keep it alive. Good on the shot. Cornett's got 7 points in the game.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backcourt.
Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Porter kicks to Markkanen. Outside, White. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Levine inside the three-point line. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. He has 6.
And not hard to see why they're on the bad end of this run. Just not doing the job on that defensive backboard.
And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Carter leading the charge. Here's Porter. It's Drummond with the rebound.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
And here is Garland. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Each year, so many coaching changes. Brent, do you feel they generally get too much blame when things go wrong?
I don't know if blame is the word, Kevin. That's just the easy out for a lot of organizations that want to make some changes. The main thing that's frustrating, I think, for the coaching fraternity is patience. You have to be realistic about the potential of your team and how much time it takes to grow what it is that coach's culture is all about. That's where teams sometimes lose out and give up on somebody a little bit early.
But these guys go into it eyes wide open.
Oh, there's no question about it. And really good coaches in the NBA know that it might not last all that long. So they're going to be who they are. That's who you want to hire. Hire a coach who knows exactly who he is, both coming in the door and walking away.
And here's Love after the three-pointer from Zach LaVine. Garland kicks to Drummond. Trying his luck from deep. That one no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. For Chicago, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. And he knocks down the first one. Satoransky's checked in for the Bulls. Carter hits them both. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. 7-game road trip continues for them. That'll be game 2.
Okay.
And with out of this world athletic ability, LaVine has become one of the game's best dunkers.
Garland, the pass to Drummond. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Passes it to Satoransky. Rebound Andre Drummond.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Here's Sexton. It's deflected.
You take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And it's Love penetrating. Here's Drummond. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Well, with his touch from mid-range.
And so it's Chicago, holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wrap.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see Chicago holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They are completely in control. And that'll do it for our halftime.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Cleveland, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Garland in at the point. Here's Love. He hits it from 9.
Kevin Love getting comfortable on the inside on that possession. He's got the size and touch to be effective around that arc.
And in the summer of 2018, Kevin Love signed a 4-year, $120 million extension to remain in Cleveland.
Yeah, and Kevin right now is the bridge from what was to potentially what will be. And in that what will be scenario, what will be happening is Kevin Love probably gets traded at some point. But he's been great for Cleveland. He's been a great ambassador for the city. The things that he's doing off the court philanthropically have been amazing. And Kevin Love is not done in the NBA. Still another team out there for him to go to and contribute to.
The wide open look here for Garland. The three-pointer no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Love kicks to Drummond. Over Carter, and that one's good. Drummond. Drummond's got 6 points.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Garland. It's Drummond, high post. Now, here's Garland. White covering from deep. Porter pulls it in.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Love, no good.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Chicago making a switch here. Valentine's checked in, and the Cavaliers making a change here. Here's Markkanen, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
I like seeing Markkanen be this assertive offensively. Sometimes the defense doesn't know what to do when he has it.
Some changes for Chicago. Young's checked in for Carter. Harrison comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And Satoransky's subbed in for White. And Cleveland also making a change. Nance is checked in.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
The three from Valentine. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Valentine's got his first 3 points of the game. And oh, here we go. Young's got it. The fast break chance. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Fast break. Here we go. And a wide open look for Porter. Connects from three-point range.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Satoransky, the pass to Valentine. Back to Satoransky. Here's Harrison. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 19. Here's Garland. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Hard for opposing teams to box out Nance because of all the activity that Larry Nance Jr. has. Plays alive on every possession.
And here's what the Cavaliers' schedule looks like. On Friday, they're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets. Then on Saturday, they'll continue the road trip, heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
You know, it might sound cliche, but a road trip like this one is a great time for this team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry absolutely matters in the NBA, and these are the kinds of opportunities teams need to build a power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 16-7 run. 13 feet away. And again, it's Cleveland.
Comfortable shooting off the pass that time. Larry Nance Jr. in a catch-and-shoot opportunity.
Harrison kicks to Satoransky. Hands it from downtown. Satoransky's got himself on the board with three there.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Here's Nance. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Harrison. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. The Cavaliers with a new 14. And there's Thompson putting it right back in.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Satoransky. To the wing right side. Here's Harrison. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Harrison's got 7 points.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
And so, and as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. The Cavaliers trail by 14. LaVine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Then there's Dunn, and it's Cornette in at the 5, down low. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Selected with the 8th pick back in the 2018 draft, Colin Sexton, the main reward for the Cavs after the Kyrie Irving trade.
Sexton wearing the same number 2 jersey as Irving doesn't feel the need to measure up to expectations created by Kyrie. Cavs fans, though, hope he does.
Chicago on defense. Three-pointer. Buries it from three-point range. Sexton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, Sexton's confidence growing now, knocking it down from the three-point line. That's big.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine. And the Bulls lead by 12.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
It's Drummond, top of the key. Back to Sexton. 6 to shoot. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Cornette passes to Hutchison, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely, and it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Pass to Cornette. Outside, Levine. Over Porter. Hutchison tips it back in.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Bean passes to Hutchison to the middle. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
That free throw, no good. So for the Bulls, Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornette. And it's White in for Chris Dunn. Garland, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Lets it go with the 3. Hutchison with the rebound. Hutchinson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Levine finds Carter. Stolen away. Here's Love, and he banks in the layup. Love's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's some recognition from Kevin Love, seeing a lane and pouncing on it. Great awareness.
And that one drops. And the Bulls lead by 14.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And the pass to Garland. Drummond trying to get himself free. Garland, no good.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Well, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
Markkanen, he's checked in for Chicago. The Bulls leading by 16. Outside Porter. Outside Levine. Over Drummond. And the Bulls with another miss. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. 1:52 left here in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Osman. Back to Drummond. Over Porter. And it's Drummond missing. And so Levine will bring it up now for the Bulls. White finds Levine. And the jam by Levine.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
And Drummond throws it down.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Bulls.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort.
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted
the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Basket good. And the Bulls lead by 16.
They maintained focus all night and along the way put on quite a show.
Yeah, the cool thing is that they look like they're having a blast out there. Everyone on the same page, contributions across the board.
Garland with the bucket.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Sexton kicks to Garland. Back to Sexton. From deep. They get it back. Drummond working against Carter. Here's Garland. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Chicago. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And in flashes, LaVine has shown he can be a star. Now, he has to put it all together on a consistent basis.
15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Takes a three. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen.
puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
All right, sounds good.
And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
So the opening lineup for the Heat. Bam Adebayo is out there with Jones. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Robinson. And it's Nunn in at the 1. And for the Cavaliers, Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Smitty, you talk about players who can just be vicious to the rim. Wow. Derrick Jones is on that list.
Yes, he can dunk the ball with so much force. You feel the building shake. So scary when he's coming down the paint to catch a pass because of his insane leaping ability.
Robinson finds Jones. The shot, no good. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. It's a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
It's not unusual these days. Teams are more than willing to go deep into that bench to find answers for certain matchups.
Now Adebayo after Colin Sexton's three-pointer that didn't go.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Drummond working against Adebayo. Osman the pass to Drummond. Clock at 4. Here's Sexton. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Here's Jones. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Cavaliers go the other way with it. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
You got to give him an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Yes, out on the road, it's hard to overcome missed opportunities, even when you're playing hard.
Here's Butler. Here's Adebayo. And the shot goes in. Adebayo's got 5.
I just love the determination on that backboard. Coming out of the gates really, really strong.
He's playing with that one extra gear so far that none of the other guys have found yet.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
The intensity of the game and by Jimmy Butler is the reason why he got that contact.
That one is off. And Greg, when you look at the top perimeter defenders in the game today, how high does Jimmy Butler rank on that list?
Look, he's in the top handful, no doubt about it. Multiple all-defense selections. He is a true two-way terror.
Porter's checked in for Sexton. Heat also with a sub. Jake Crowder's checked in for Jones. Now here's Porter. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Here's Drummond. Here's Love. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
Where you always have confidence in the Heat organization is at the top. Pat Riley with 9 championship rings as a player, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, and as a team president. He knows how to win from every perspective.
Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Cleveland. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The teams live and die by the 3. Let's check out the best. Number 1, the Heat.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
Now, here's Garland. He's covered closely, misses the layup. You're right, Steve. You look at Riley's career, most people are just looking to accomplish one of the things he's done.
Kevin, he has a great mind. He's incredibly driven. He understands how to motivate people, and he understands what's important to focus on.
1:37 left to play in the first quarter. Outside Butler. From 8. And the basket good. A bank shot that time.
I love his mindset on that drive, Jimmy Butler. No one wants to get in his way when he's on the attack.
Osman kicks to Sexton. The wide open look here for Garland. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. 1:06 left to play in the first quarter. Passes to Crowder. Here's Hero. Outside Butler. Clock at 6. From deep three-point range, Andre Drummond grabs the miss.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
There's the pass to Garland. And it's Love, top of the key. Pass to Drummond. Deflects the pass. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Drills the three-pointer. Butler's got his second basket of the night.
Jimmy Butler confident in everything he does. Able to score from anywhere on the floor.
And Love gets it to go.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Here's Hero. Outside Crowder. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the... And so it's the Miami Heat in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots.
It was different for everybody, to tell you the truth.
Staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
Nance and Thompson are up front. Then there's Colin Sexton. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Outside Porter. Sexton deciding where to go with it. For the 3. Cleveland gets it back. Pass to Thompson. Shoots over Olynyk. Rebound by Olynyk.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Left side, Leonard. The 10-footer. It's rebounded by Cleveland. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Nance passes to Porter. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Heat leading by 8. 13 feet away. Nice jump shot. Good. And Steve, some classic shoe brands making a return to the NBA with updated versions. Smitty, what was your sneaker of choice back in the day?
Kevin, that's funny. I started off with the pumps, the double pumps, and then I ended up with a shell toe low top. And then now you see all the youngsters now wearing low tops. They used to tell me back in the day, low tops were not good for your ankles. But I didn't really jump that high, so I was okay.
And the Heat making a change here. Nunn's checked in. Iguodala against Nance. The drive by Iguodala.
And a phenomenal attack of the rim off the drive from Iguodala there. Just exploding to the hoop past the defense.
Passes it to Windler. Back to Sexton. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Porter, no luck. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Heat. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Up top, Nance. Now Sexton. 26 points for him last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
Shot clock at 5, and the rejection by Leonard. To the inside, none. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Heat lead by 18.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Nance, and Nance slams it in.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by Miami.
With the pass.
Olynyk dishes to Leonard. Lets it go from deep. Thompson with the rebound. Cleveland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Windler. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from 3.
Nunn passes to Leonard to the right side. Now here's Olynyk. Good ball movement here by Miami. Here's Nunn. Nance with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 14. Here's Porter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Both teams will make substitutions. And Porter drops them both. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the half. Nunn passes to Hero. He can't get that one. Cavaliers go the other way with it. So the wing on the left. Garland kicks to Porter from downtown. And it's Osman missing.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
There's Garland. Finished off the break. Garland's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
And thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to... So it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They lead by 10. And over to Shaq. And...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You look at Jimmy Butler, he's really been playing well.
Yeah, there is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, and sometimes the strategy in that case, don't let anyone else beat you. You know he's going to get his, so try and keep it to that.
On the court for the Heat, they've got Robinson. Jones is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo, and it's Nunn in at the 1 spot. Garland the pass to Sexton. Here's Adebayo, and no good. Good D by Drummond. Here's Sexton, and Sexton slams it in.
That's a good look by Kevin Love. The decision-making with the ball in his hands makes him different than other fours.
Outside Butler. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
4 on the clock. Here's Jones. Miami no good on that time either.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Not how they envisioned this one.
Sexton's shot is good.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Heat leading by 6.
Well, the young bull, Colin Sexton, getting a lot of playing time in his rookie season. Allowed him to play through his mistakes, and that's what you hope for coming in.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Miami. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Shots good from Butler.
Well, you need to start somewhere. After 4 straight misses this half, let's see if this gets them going.
And even as the Cavaliers lagged at the very bottom of the standings, Greg, Sexton Public described the season as fun. Would that bother you as a veteran?
Losing seasons, they suck. I mean, no other way to put it. I think he cares about winning, but keeping that positivity is probably the best approach.
Dragic left side to the paint. And Garland comes to help. It's stolen by Nance. Here's Osman. Finished off the break. Osman's got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Adebayo with the ball. He's picked up by Nance. Jones from outside. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. And the Heat lead by 9. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Here's Nance. Again, the Cavaliers score.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Dragic kicks to Jones. 11 feet away. Almost, but it rolls out. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Garland, no good.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Steve, we've seen a few guys score close to 70 points in a game recently. Devin Booker of Phoenix certainly has gotten to that mark. Who might be the next guy to get to 70?
I think James Harden, because the way he shoots the 3-ball and gets to the free throw line, he's won. Steph Curry for sure. Kevin Durant. And I think Giannis in a few years, if he can start knocking down those threes, because I'm sure he can get about 40 points in the paint, 10 at the line, but he needs to knock down a few threes.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Drummond, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Porter comes in for Jetty Osman. Kelly Olynyk checked in for the Heat. Iguodala comes in for Robinson. And that one's good by Porter.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
And Jones has it in the corner. No good from outside.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
For Cleveland, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. A different look for Miami. Crowder comes in for Jones. And Hero subbed in for Butler. The Heat leading by 4. Dragic kicks to Crowder. The putback. Aaron Nance comes up with the rebound. There's Garland, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Cleveland shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Love's checked in, and Miami with a change here too. Nunn's checked in. In the corner, Iguodala with it. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Outstanding work from Iggy. So skilled in finishing off the drive.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Out left of the wing. Here's Garland. Andre Iguodala comes up with the rebound. And Thompson kicks to Garland. From deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. Windler's got 5. There's 10 seconds left in the third. Here's Nunn. 2 on the clock. He lays it in. Nunn's got his second bucket tonight.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
The third quarter comes to a close. Heat out front. They're up by 4. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. The duo inside, Love and Thompson. And it's Porter at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. The Heat with the lead. Here's Nunn. Outside Crowder, and Garland comes to help. Crowder, the pass to Nunn. That one goes in.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Leonard, no luck.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Or is he actually insane enough to think that he might be able to make that? Either way, we might see him sitting by himself for a while.
Lots of room. And it's Miami with the rebound. Stolen by Thompson. Sexton kicks to Garland. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Garland's got 5 points now this quarter.
And there's the patience you want to see from Sexton. Eyes up and finds the open man.
Down low, here's Leonard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And the first one at the line is good for the Cavaliers. Drummond comes in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Jetty Osman in for Porter. Then for the Heat, Adebayo is checked in for Jay Crowder. Robinson is subbed in for Andre Iguodala.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Tremendous composure on display. When they were down big, they did not panic. They just stuck with the game plan.
Robinson for 3. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 7 rebounds in the game. And he dunks it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
Leonard finds Robinson. Takes the 3. Offensive rebound. Adebayo passes to Nunn. Here's Hero. Again, the miss by the Heat. Cavaliers leading. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Rising to the challenge. That's a big bucket by Kevin Love.
The pass to Hero. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Nunn passes to Adebayo. Here's Hero. He kicks it to Leonard. Here's Adebayo. Second chance shot. They shoot again. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
That could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
1:41 left to play in the final quarter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Adebayo's got it all tied up now for Miami.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
He dishes it to Butler, and he comes up with the deuce.
You need a big basket, you turn to Jimmy Butler. He's the first option in their offense.
For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Now, here's Garland. He's guarded by Dragic. Pass to Garland. 6 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. And it's Jones with the ball for the Miami Heat. A 2-point game. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And that point was a gift. I mean, it's never really smart to get teed up, but in a game that's this close, boy, that really hurts.
Outside Butler. It's Adebayo, top of the key. The feed to Dragic. Miami needs to get a shot off. Jones for 3. Here's Adebayo. It's good.
And the second chance points aren't easy to come back. It's all about effort and hard work, and he has today made it look easy.
That's a carryover from the way he played in their last game. All-out energy plays on his way to a huge performance.
And here are the Heat now. Right now, they're on a 9-0 run. It's Jones on the wing. From beyond the arc, drains the three-pointer. And now it's an 8-point Heat lead.
Pretty tall point guard. Goran Dragic sees the entire floor. Terrific look.
There's Garland. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. And so it's Miami winning this one. And thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.
upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
up, My Team fans? We have 2K TV My Team correspondent Blake here to tell us what the devs are saying. Blake, I know you've got some My Team news. Give it to us.
Yeah, what's up, Chris? What's up, Alexis? I've got some tidbits from the devs. One of the things that you'll be interested in, I know Evolution cards were big on the scene coming into 2K.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over. Now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Young.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers, and it hasn't been by accident. He's put in a ton of effort at the defensive end, and boy, is it paying off.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Robinson. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jones. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Nunn in at the point. And for Chicago, LaVine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front. And it's White in at the 1.
And see, Webb, you talk to the Bulls fans, and they are eager for a return to greatness.
Yeah, GA, it's been a long time since the Jordan era, and Bulls fans know it. But you know, GA, the Bulls have a very loyal group of fans. Their patience has been tested, though. This team needs results. I love the effort there. It's huge whenever Markkanen uses his body and height to grab offensive boards.
Nunn passes to Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. To the inside. In the corner, it's LaVine over Robinson. And there's LaVine on the assist by Carter.
Solid at realizing when to take these shots. LaVine's eyes light up. His passes are coming his way.
Robinson passes to Nunn. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Here's LaVine, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Carter dishes to Markkanen, and Markkanen throws it down.
Well, easy look provided by Carter Jr. Always helps when your bigs can move the rock.
Inside, Butler. Porter pulls it in.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. All stops the dunk there. The best outcome in a bad situation.
Chicago shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
This end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially in my era, again, of playing against the best power forwards, I feel, in a group of all time. And so it meant a lot. There's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team, it's something that's more special to me than being an All-Star, because it's not about being the best 12 or 24. It's about being the best 5 in the league. And so those moments were always special, being named the first team in the league.
And like you said, you played in the golden era of the best players ever to play that position.
I tell you what, I think I played in the era where anyone that you would have picked in the power forward from the Western Conference, I couldn't have been upset at over myself, because everyone played in such a dominating fashion. Their teams were winning, and I knew personally how hard it was to guard these guys one-on-one.
Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Chicago. Here's Crowder. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Pass to Adebayo. Uncovered. That's good on the jump shot.
Some great awareness being shown by Crowder. Spotted the open man and made a fantastic dish.
White drives in. That shot off. Now the Heat take it the other way. Last time they met was in Miami.
Yeah, and they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Well, it tells you a lot about who's the more aggressive team. I mean, they should have that same exact attitude tonight.
Here's LaVine. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his second personal foul.
You see Zach LaVine in the Bulls uniform, and it's hard not to think of the trade that sent him here. He was a big part of the deal that sent Jimmy Butler out of Chicago.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Satoransky comes in for Otto Porter Jr. and Chris Dunn subbed in for White. And then for Miami, Olynyk comes in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Iguodala in for Butler. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Levine. And with Levine and the Butler trade, there were a lot of critics at the time. But you know what, Greg? It's worked out for the Bulls.
And Kevin, the Bulls took a chance with Levine, and he's developed into a bright young star. Took another risk giving him a big contract after the injury, but he's come back better and stronger since then.
Young pass to Cornette. Back to Young. And the shot is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Crowder. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. The kick out to Dragic. From deep. And it goes out of bounds. One off Dragic. The Bulls leading by 4. Here's Dunn. The quick look, no good that time.
Oh, you expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
To the middle. And here's Leonard. He averages a bit over 6 points a game.
That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that one.
Dunn against Dragic. And the shot goes down.
Love the mentality of Dunn. Looking to score as often as he can from the painted area.
There's the steal. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Chicago. You learn about Jimmy Butler. Difficult journey to where he is now.
Basketball. That's that.
Well, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remains so devoted to the game.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamonos. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Miami, they've got Myers Leonard. Dragic is out there with Iguodala. Then it's Olynyk, and it's Silva in at the 3.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Now here's Leonard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He could be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
Satoransky, the pass to Young. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Silva.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Cornette, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Harrison in the corner, unloads. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the way in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Heat trail by 7. Out to the right wing. Here's Silva. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Denzel Valentine.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The shoe culture becoming a bigger part of the game. Signature shoes, custom shoes, collections. P.J. Tucker with over 4,000 pairs of shoes. See, Webb, are you a collector?
I love it, and it's all because of the Jordan phenomenon. What Michael Jordan did for the game, not just with the shoe, but what he did for the game and making it be so cool in the culture. I got to give my boys in Michigan, give us a little credit, too, with what we did there. But the shoe game has definitely become something that's just crazy out of control. I love it, but no, yeah, I'm a little bit of a collector.
Jay Crowder's checked in for Miami. And it goes down 2 points. Nunn's got his first basket.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
And LaVine, here we go. And LaVine throws it down.
Stellar awareness from LaVine. I mean, seeing an opening and ripping through it with his relentless athleticism.
Butler from outside. It's hauled in by the Bulls. They've led by as much as 10. Last game matched up with the Magic. Tough loss there. And LaVine throws it down.
An absolute wrecking ball in the trial. I mean, LaVine is all about dunking it with authority.
The Heat trail by 9. It's tipped. That's tipped. The pass to White. Back to LaVine. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Passes it to Valentine. Over to the left wing. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul. Bulls making a switch here. Hutchison's checked in. Heat also with a sub. Heroes checked in for Robinson. LaVine for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. LaVine's got the lead up to 12 now for the Bulls. For Miami, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Nunn. Yep, it counts. Nunn's got 4 this quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Now here is Carter. 17 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando. Markkanen, good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And the stretch big man, Lauri Markkanen, very strong player on offense.
And I told you, Kevin, there's no secret. I like Markkanen best when he is a bit greedy, searching for a shot. I mean, sometimes I feel he can defer too much, but he has the skills to be a great scoring threat if he is playing aggressive.
And Chicago has possession. The Heat getting the bucket. That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist. That's now 8 points for Lauri Markkanen.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
That is good. And the Bulls' lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Crowder.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And LaVine, here we go. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Porter's checked in for the Bulls. Chris Dunn comes in for White. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Miami. To the paint. It's stolen by Adebayo. Crowder, the pass to Jones. Up again. Hutchison with the rebound. The Bulls leading by 10. 2-second difference between.
Oh, wow! Nice! Got to give LaVine some love. Many of the dunks he pulls off are just flat out nasty.
Inside, Porter with the steal. LaVine deciding where to go with it. Count that one.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Outside, Jones with 4 seconds on the clock. Count the basket. Jones has got his first points of the night.
Even a blind squirrel finds an acorn once in a while, right? I did not think that was good. He doesn't play around. If the bucket's there for him, he's going to get it.
And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for the Chicago.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, Zach LaVine led the way in the first half. He had 20 points, 2 assists, and 1. And that's...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
White and LaVine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the center position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Jones, and then Jones with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
LaVine can't hit.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against them. That's just great work inside.
And finished off by Robinson.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Chicago. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play.
Like the show of unselfishness from Porter, wanting to improve as a passer and hit his open teammates.
To the inside. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Carter. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Now, here is Robinson. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Left side, Jones. Shoots over Markkanen. Here's Adebayo. Trying to get open is Carter. The shot by Adebayo, no good. And White kicks to Harrison. Down low, Butler with the steal. And here comes the break. Here's Nunn. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
And we've seen stars, Chris, get suspended in the playoffs for having 7 technical fouls. Can we modify that rule at all, do you think?
I think it can be tweaked if everyone agrees on it. But for me personally, I don't think that we've had enough superstar players get suspended with that rule to say let's change the number. We definitely want superstar players to play in the playoffs, to play for their fans. But we also want to keep the integrity of the game. And if technicals means I get to yell at the referee more, well, then maybe I just have to have more discipline on my end and say, wait a minute, I can't do this because it's going to hurt the team. So I'm not sure about that yet.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
It's good on the putback. And the Bulls lead by 17.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass to the tip.
That's tipped. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. The shot by Valentine, no good. The Heat trail by 17. Pass to Nunn. The 15-footer, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Nunn's got 8 points.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Yeah, the defender just couldn't quite close the gap all the way and got burned for it.
For Miami, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. And that one falls for Robinson. Some changes for Chicago. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Denzel Valentine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Shaquille Harrison.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Porter is a quick player, jumping right down the throat of the defense with his speed on the drive.
Hey, look at guys like Otto Porter, Greg. He just brings so much with his consistent outside jumper.
And guys, he's shot threes at a tremendous clip the last few seasons. I mean, really for his whole career. Sometimes can be a bit passive, so you just make sure he's involved in looking for his shot.
Iguodala against Dunn. Releases. No good that time. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. 17 points was their biggest margin. 2 free throws coming up, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now, here is Young. He's got 6, 5 to shoot. A second chance effort. That one doesn't go.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the... And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, I like that he didn't make his decision too early. You know, he let the play develop. That's how you do it. Finds the weakness in that defense.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Heat, they've got Iguodala, Hero out there with Dragic. Then there's Myers-Leonard. And it's Adebayo in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Leonard on the wing, outside Dragic. Iguodala outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Chicago making some changes. Markkanen, he's checked in for Young. And it's White in for Chris Dunn. And Miami also making a switch. Jones is checked in. Out to the wing. White drives in. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Iguodala right side. A 3-ball. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Levine. Oh, he delivers that.
I cannot believe that. As soon as Levine hits a few of these, you know he's feeling it. Just keep getting him the rock.
Kicks it to Dragic. Rob. And they're moving it up. By himself. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
I mean, it all starts on the defensive end. When you're active and willing to gamble a little bit, the payoff can be big.
Pass to Adebayo. Stolen by Carter. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. Trying to get open is Carter. Levine can't hit. The Heat trail by 19. Here's Dragic. Miami no good on that time either. Here's Hutchison. Outside Carter. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Jones, no luck.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Stolen by Markkanen. Now here's Levine. Defense right on him. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 8th rebound here tonight to stop the run. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Tremendous end-to-end player. I mean, throughout his career, he's been that. I mean, just think about it. Iguodala with a nice finish in transition.
Carter, the pass to White. Now Levine. Shot on the wing. It's hauled in by Hero. 1:56 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Dragic. Jones. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Levine wide open. And the Bulls with another miss.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And Iguodala gets it to go in on the assist by Jones. 6 points for Andre Iguodala.
Oh, man, the long arms of Iguodala. Such an asset, converting around the painted area.
Carter dishes to Markkanen. Lets the three fly. White, good. And the Bulls lead by 18.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Bulls.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Zach LaVine.
No fatigue in this fella tonight. Tireless, grinding out every possession and leading their offense.
Over to the wing. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Trying to find Jones. He gets it to him. Offline with the baseline jumper. And so here is Chicago. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
He's a versatile player who can come play either guard position. I mean, LaVine continues to impress as the years go on.
So both teams making some changes here. He's perfect from the line this time. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Outside Hill. Now the pass to Olynyk. Pass to Hero. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Miami needs to get a shot off. It's good from long range. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth. Dunn kicks to LaVine. Another shot. Gafford passes to Dunn. Wide open look. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved it.